Now, co-chair of the Ghana Extractive Industry Transparency Initiative, Dr. Steve Manteaw, says Ghana's oil fields are peaking, leading to a decline in crude oil production. The country is said to have produced half of Jubilee fields, a third of TEN, and about a tenth of Sankofa Ginyame. Dr. Manteaw says if we don't add to our reserves, in a matter of 10 to 15 years, we will have no oil industry. His warning follows a PIAC report indicating that crude oil production in Ghana declined for the fourth consecutive year in 2023.
There are two main reasons. One, operational issues. Jubilee started production in November, December 2010, and it is 12, 13 years into its production life. It's projected that Jubilee has a lifespan of, say, 25. Yes, it used to be 30 years, now it's about 25 years. Now it's more like halfway through its production life. So you naturally expect that Jubilee would decline because reservoir pressure is being depleted. So they have to kind of adopt artificial measures, either gas injection, water injection, and the likes to bring on stream more oil. TEN is basically, it started just recently. TEN is basically technical challenges. In fact, in 2023, the operators, that's Talo, actually reported to PIAC that basically is due to technical challenges which they are working around the clock to address. Now, Sankofa Ginyame is predominantly a gas field. Oil is associated with the gas. So you produce more gas than oil. So it is usually expected that oil production from Sankofa Ginyame will be lower than TEN and Jubilee. So that is the operational challenges. Now, when it comes to the regulatory, more or less, and the governance challenges, it looks like we've not learned much lessons from the first licensing round. PIAC, in collaboration with CSOs in the space, actually brought out a paper after monitoring the whole process that there are one or two issues that led to the unsuccessful nature of the bidding rounds. One was that the data we presented was of low quality data, 2D data, where industry players, if they acquire that data, they have to spend extra money to process that data, bring it up to either 3D or 4D. So they shied away from that. The second one was that the sizes of blocks offered.
Manteaw said despite the Ghana National Petroleum Corporation's efforts to attract investors, nothing substantial has materialized, adding if we had bigger blocks, GNPC would have a better prospect of finding oil in the right quantities that will get them value for money.
The trend actually speaks to two things. First is that our oil fields are peaking. And as Mark Ajiman indicated, the last time I checked, we've actually produced about half of Jubilee. We've done about a third of TEN and about a quarter of SGN, Sankofa Ginyame. And so if we don't add to our reserves, in a matter of 10 to 15 years, we will have no oil industry. I know GNPC has been making efforts at attracting investments into our oil industry, but the investments have not been forthcoming. Sometimes I feel we are even just throwing money down the drain. They are not coming. The investments are not coming for obvious reasons. First, we had ExxonMobil that exited our oil industry, and their main reason was the sizes of our blocks and the quantum of find they made. If we had bigger blocks, then they have better prospects of finding oil and in the right quantities. That would get them interested. The other reason, which we infer from our last bidding round, has to do with the data quality. We do not have adequate data and in the right quality to be able to attract investors. This the Ministry of Energy is aware. I recall when Mohamed Amin Adam, the current Minister for Finance, was at the ministry, he admitted that indeed they needed to do something about the quality of data we have. But we haven't done much about it, and so it wouldn't be the time that we'll be able to attract the right kind of investments. Then the oil companies themselves, those who are here, because for a new entrant, they will definitely undertake some risk analysis. And in doing so, they will be talking to the players in the country. And indeed, they do talk to them. There's been a major concern about regulatory unpredictability, where every year we change the rules. We introduce new fiscal items, which then disrupts the financial planning of these companies in country. Again, there's been the complaint about the application of our rules rather capriciously. And so I think these are matters that are known to the government.